Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Eddie here at Eddie Makes Art. Today I'm going to be doing some botanical prints with my newest foam stamps from PM Artist Studio. They are the latest in my Taíno Puerto Rican stamp collections. And today I'm using my 5x7 gel plate. And for this first print, I'm using I think it's a primary blue, just, basic blue, and some leaves I picked up out in the yard. Just laying them down. And I was just playing around and I decided, let me turn the camera on. And then I remembered, oh no, I've got new stamps I've got to show everyone. So I've decided to, within a couple of prints, you'll see I'll start to use the stamps. But I wanted to do some botanical printing. I haven't done that in a while. And I'm just doing this on small 5x7 sheets because I didn't grab a lot of foliage. There's not much around here. A lot of it is blown away or still up in the tree. And I'm not climbing a tree, but it's just fun to do. And then, so what I did is you can see is I put the paint down, I put the leaves down, and then I put the paper over that, over the leaves, and pick up that paint, pick up the leaves, and then I flip the plate over and back onto that same print. So you get the image of the leaves as well. And I purposely turned the leaves to where to the sides, usually the back side, where the veins and the stem is more prominent, and so you get a better impression of the details when you put them with the backside down onto the paint. So here I'm using my one of my new stamps. This one is uh, water. Basically, it's the Taíno symbol for water. It's free flowing. It's ever moving, and that sort of thing. And for paper, I'm just using the typical paper I use, which is the Hammermill 32-pound color copy paper. This green was just a standard green from, I believe it was Amsterdam. You see, doing the same thing, flipping it over, and then putting the plate back onto the print. So I picked up the cool design. Now, as I'm going to leave the paint is going to start building on the leaves. And I'm just going to keep putting the leaves down. And my goal is to get the leaves to leave some of that paint that I have on there to create some really cool stuff going on. And this is a yellow ochre. And this one is the new stamp. This is called Sun. All right. See, look at how cool that is. Because you've got stuff off the plate from the last two prints. And you see how that paint under there is not yellow? It's because the paint's pulling off from the leaves. So I'm going to start getting some really cool prints. Doing my best to keep this centered. I originally was going to intend this video to be just a short on YouTube. That's why it's filmed vertically. Decided I made a bunch more prints. I said, let me just do a regular video. I'm sure people won't mind. There's not much to see outside of the frame anyway. This is an Arctic blue. This is from Lucas Krill. Again, I'm just using the same leaves, different positions, different configurations, and then also using my foam stamps. The other foam stamp I have is the bird, which is another symbol of freedom. How great is that? And I mean, these aren't prints that are sitting, for hours on the plate. These are quick pulls. So if you're wondering about time, it's really no time at all because I'm using not a super thick layer of paint, obviously, and I'm just pulling them as I go. I'm not. They don't have to sit and dry. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh, and this is my bird stamp. I love this one. It's kind of quirky, kind of goofy, but I like it. And now I'm just going overboard and stamping whatever open space I can stamp. But I think that makes for a much more interesting print. This was the same blue that I used on the first print as well. I think the other reason I used a 5x7 plate is because it's easier to lay down the plate onto a print when it's smaller and not like, an 8x10 or 9x12 or even a 12x12. And here's one of my favorites, the Azo Gold from Golden Fluid Acrylics. And what I'm doing is I'm adding a glaze to some of these. I think I add a glaze to all of them, and just to kind of enhance the print. Now that one didn't get enough, so I'm going to give it another go with the same color, the Azo Gold. Yeah, I think I'm doing a pretty good job laying it down evenly. Now, how great is that? It's got that really cool orangey glow. And for this next one, I'm using the Golden Acrylic Fluid Green Gold, which is a must have. And this is the remaining paint of my, the remaining amount of my oxide yellow. And then I added some more of the Azo yellow or Azo gold. I apologize. Look at how cool that one is. And those fluid acrylics give the print such a nice, really cool sheen to them. For this one, I'm taking some gold paint. I'm mixing it with some airbrush fluid or airbrush acrylic medium to loosen it up a bit. I'm taking some of this extra paint off. I put a little too much of the gold on, but I'm going to put it over this yellow ochre print, and I think it just made it so much better. And this is a altered mix I have of the Dragonfly Color Shift paint. So I was running out, so I added a little bit of water to the bottle, and I added some airbrush medium into there as well. And so it's kind of like a watery mix of paint, but it still has that cool shine to it. This is some more of that. And remember, there's still some gold on there from the previous print or the yellow ochre print. So there's some gold coming off as well. And so basically glazing is just putting a thin layer of a translucent paint or transparent paint over your print to give it another level of interest. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for this quick botanical printing video featuring my newest stamps from the Taíno collection at PM Artist Studio. I'll see you very soon. Bye.